Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna. Welcome everybody. Thank you for coming. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Jesus Prabhupada, Jesus Prabhupada, Jesus Prabhupada, Jesus Prabhupada, Jesus Prabhupada, Jesus Prabhupada, Nityananda Gauranga, Nityananda Gauranga, Nityananda Gauranga, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadaya, Shri Vasari Gaura Bhakta, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama. Krishna Gauranga Nityananda. There you are, Nitai Chandra. We've been don't stay away too long. Nityananda, Nityananda, Gauranga, Nityananda, Gauranga, Nityananda, Nityananda, Gauranga, Nityananda, Nitai Gauranga, Nityananda, Nityananda, Gauranga, Gaurachandra, Gaurachandra, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Advaita, Shri Advaita, Nityananda, Gauranga, Shri Advaita, Nityananda, Gauranga, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Nityananda, Nityananda, Gauranga, Gaurachandra, Nityananda, Nityananda, Gaurachandra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna Gauranga Nityananda.
OGEbeats.com.
Shri Krishna Chaitanya Gauranga Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Gauranga Nityananda Nitai, Gauranga Nityananda Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Gauranga 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 Gauranga. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Okay. Put your mics on. Let's chant some Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Krishna Krishna.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
Rama
Rama Rama, Hare
Krishna.
Hare.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Krishna
Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare
Krishna
Hare.
Krishna. Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare
Rama, Hare
Krishna, Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare,
Rama,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna, Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Rama,
Rama Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna, 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 Hare Rama,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Rama, Rama, Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna, Krishna,
Rama Rama, Hare Krishna,
Rama, 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 Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna, Hare
Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
Rama
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 Hari Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hari
Krishna Hare
Hari
Krishna
Rama Hari Rama Rama Rama
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Rama Hare Rama
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 Rama Hare
Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Hari
Krishna
Rama Hari Rama Rama Rama
Krishna
Hari
Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna Hari Hari
Hare Rama
Hari
Hare
Rama
Rama
Hari Rama Rama Rama
Rama
Hari
Rama Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hari Hari
Krishna
Hari Rama Hari
Hare
Rama
Krishna Krishna
Rama
Krishna
Rama Hari
Hare
Hari Hari Krishna
Hare
Hari
Rama
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Rama
Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari
Rama
Rama
Rama Hare
Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Hari
Krishna
Hari
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama
Krishna Krishna Hari
Rama
Hari
Rama Hare Hare
Rama Rama Hari Hari
Hare
Hari
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama Rama
Rama Rama Hare
Krishna 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 Hari Hari Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari Hari Krishna Krishna Hari Hari Rama
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Rama
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Rama Hari
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Krishna Krishna Hari Hari Rama
Rama Rama,
Hari Hari Krishna Hari Krishna Hari Hari Rama Hari Hari Krishna Hari
Hare Krishna,
Rama Rama Hari Hari Krishna Hari
Krishna,
Krishna Hari
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama
Rama Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hari Hari Rama Hari Rama
Krishna,
Rama Rama Hari
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hari
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna
Rama Rama,
Hari Rama Rama
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna
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 Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hari Rama Hari Rama
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Rama Rama Hari Hari
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hari Hari Rama Hari Rama
Krishna
Rama
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Rama Rama
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Rama.
Krishna Hare Hare
Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Hare Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna.
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Rama
Hare.
Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare Rama, Hare
Krishna
Rama.
Krishna Hare Hare
Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare
Hare Rama.
Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Rama Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare.
Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare
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 Rama, Hare Rama.
Rama
Rama Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Krishna
Krishna.
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Rama Rama Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Rama, Hare
Krishna
Rama.
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Hare
Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Krishna
Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Rama,
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Rama
Hare,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare, Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Hare Hare,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Hare.
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Hare
Rama, Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna.
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare Krishna.
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna, Hare Hare.
Rama Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama.
Krishna, Krishna
Rama Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare
Hare Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna.
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare.
Krishna Hare Hare,
Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama.
Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Rama Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Hare.
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama, Hare Rama.
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Rama Rama, Hare
Krishna, Krishna,
Hare.
Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Rama
Krishna.
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Rama Rama, Hare Krishna.
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama
Rama
Rama,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare Krishna,
Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Rama
Hare,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama.
Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Chaitanya,
Hare Krishna.
Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna
Krishna Krishna,
Chaitanya,
Hare
Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna
Jaya,
Chaitanya,
Jaya
Shri Krishna
Sachinandana.
Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna
Jaya
Shri
Sachinandana.
Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya,
Jaya,
Shri Krishna
Jaya
Chaitanya,
Sachinandana.
Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna
Jaya,
Shri
Jaya Sachinandana.
Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri
Krishna
Krishna
Chaitanya,
Chaitanya, Shri Krishna
Sri Krishna
Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Shri Krishna Shri Krishna
Krishna Chaitanya,
Shri
Sri
Krishna
Krishna Chaitanya.
Chaitanya, Krishna Chaitanya, Sri
Sri
Krishna,
Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya,
Sri Krishna
Sri Krishna
Chaitanya,
Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Prabhu Nityananda, Sri Ajita Gadadara, Srivasa Kona
Sri Krishna,
Bhakti Jaya Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Ramani
Sri Krishna
Nityananda
Chaitanya, Sri
Nityananda
Chaitanya, Sri
Nityananda
Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare
Sri Krishna,
Rama, Rama,
Sri Krishna Chaitanya,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Gauranga,
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Chandra, Gaura Chandra,
Hare Rama,
Gauranga, Gaura,
Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Gauranga,
Krishna
Gauranga,
Krishna, Hare
Gaura Chandra,
Rama,
Gaura Chandra,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare
Vishwam,
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Vishwam,
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Vishwam,
Hare Rama, Hare
Sri
Rama,
Chaitanya,
Rama Rama, Hare
Chaitanya, Sri
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Sri Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Sri
Hare Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Chaitanya,
Rama,
Sri
Rama
Krishna Chaitanya, Sri
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Chaitanya, Sri Krishna
Krishna
Chaitanya,
Krishna,
Sri
Hare
Krishna Chaitanya,
Hare Rama, Hare
Sri
Rama,
Krishna Chaitanya, Sri
Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Sri Krishna Chaitanya,
Hare
Sri Krishna
Hare
Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna
Hare
Chaitanya,
Krishna, Hare
Sri
Krishna.
Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna
Hare
Chaitanya,
Rama,
Sri
Hare
Krishna
Rama, Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama, Rama, Rama, Hare
Rama
Hare,
Rama, Hare Hare,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Rama,
Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama, Rama
Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Krishna,
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare, Hare Rama,
Rama,
Hare Rama,
Hare Hare,
Rama
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama
Hare
Hare Rama
Krishna
Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Rama Hare
Rama
Rama Rama Hare Hare
Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama
Krishna Krishna
Rama Rama
Hare
Hare Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare Rama Hare Rama
Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama
Rama Rama Hare
Rama
Hare
Rama Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare
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 Krishna
Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare
Krishna Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama
Hare
Rama Rama Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Rama
Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama
Rama Rama Hare
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Rama
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Rama
Krishna
Rama
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare
Hare Rama Hare Rama
Rama Rama Hare
Rama
Hare
Rama Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama
Hare
Rama
Krishna
Hare
Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Krishna Hare Hare
Rama Rama
Hare Rama Hare Rama
Hare Krishna Krishna
Rama
Krishna
Rama Hare Hare
Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Hare Krishna
Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama
Krishna
Rama
Krishna
Rama
Hare
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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Rama Hare
Hare
Rama
Hare
Rama
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 Hare
Hare
Hare Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama
Hare
Rama
Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Hare Rama Hare Rama
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 Hare
Rama
Hare
Hare
Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Hare Krishna
Rama Rama
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna 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 Hare
Hare
Hare Hare
Rama
Rama Hare
Rama
Rama
Rama Rama
Rama
Hare
Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Hare
Hare Rama
Krishna
Rama Rama Hare
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare
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 Rama Hare
Hare
Rama
Rama Rama Rama
Rama
Hare Hare
Rama
Krishna
Hare
Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare Rama 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 Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare Krishna
Hare Rama Hare Rama Rama Rama
Krishna
Hare
Hare Rama Rama Rama
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare Krishna Hare
Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna 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 Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Rama Hare Rama
Hare
Rama
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 Hare
Hare
Rama
Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Rama Rama
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare
Krishna
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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Rama
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Rama
Krishna 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 Hare
Rama
Hare
Rama
Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare
Hare Krishna
Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna Hare Hare
Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Hare Krishna
Hare Rama Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare
Rama
Hare
Rama Rama Hare Hare
Rama Hare 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 Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama
Hare Rama, Hare
Rama
Rama,
Hare 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 Krishna
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna
Krishna.
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Rama Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Rama, Rama,
Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare Krishna,
Rama Rama, Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Rama,
Rama,
Rama Rama, Hare
Hare Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Rama,
Krishna
Rama Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Krishna,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare
Krishna, 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 Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Radha,
Hare Krishna.
Radha, Radha,
Krishna Hare Hare
Radha,
Hare Rama,
Radha, Radha,
Rama Rama, Hare 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 Krishna. Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama Rama Rama
Govinda,
Hare Krishna
Govinda,
Hare
Govinda,
Krishna Hare Krishna
Govinda,
Radha Govinda
Radha,
Radha Govinda
Shri Krishna, Chaitanya,
Radha Radha
Shri Krishna, Chaitanya, Shri Krishna, Chaitanya,
Radha Radha Govinda
Shri Krishna, Chaitanya, Shri
Govinda Radha
Krishna, Chaitanya, Shri Krishna, Chaitanya, Shri Krishna, Chaitanya, Shri Krishna, Chaitanya, Shri Krishna, Chaitanya, Govinda, Krishna, 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna,
Radha
Krishna,
Radha Govinda
Krishna, 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 Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna,
Rama
Krishna,
Rama Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna Hare Krishna
Krishna, 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 Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Rama Hare
Krishna,
Rama Rama Rama
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna Hare Krishna
Krishna, Govinda,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Govinda, Govinda,
Rama
Govinda,
Rama
Govinda.
Rama
Govinda, Govinda, Govinda,
Hare Krishna.
Krishna, Krishna,
Radhe Radhe Govinda.
Gora, Chandra, Gora,
Radhe Radhe Govinda.
Chandra,
Radhe Govinda.
Gora, Chandra, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Shri Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gora Bhakta Vrinda.
Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra Jaya Gora Bhakta Vrinda.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama. Madhya Lila, Chapter 10, Chaitanya Charitamrita. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. I offer my respectful obeisances unto Lord Caitanya Mahaprabhu, who is compared to a cloud that pours water on fields of grain, which are like devotees suffering due to a shortage of rain. Separation from Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu is like a drought, but when the Lord returns, his presence is like a nectarian rain that falls upon all the grains and saves them from perishing. It's beautiful. That's the awakening of love for Krishna. It's like that. See, the Lord returns. That's why he returns. He returns physically. He comes here, appearances. See, and people, they feel real life, man. It saves them from perishing into the cycle of birth and death. So we have to go through this regeneration thing. If you don't, you perish. You go back, you stay in the cycle. It has to happen, man. We have to get this new life, real life. Real life. So all glories to Lord Caitanya, and all glories to Nityananda Prabhu. All glories to Advaita Chandra, and all glories to all the devotees of Lord Caitanya. See, devotees of Lord Caitanya. Okay? And not just in the name, but in the heart. Name and heart. Yeah, they go together. Okay? Devotees of Lord Caitanya. Yeah, he's a fantastic Lord to be a devotee of, If you're going to be a devotee, it should be a Lord. He's the best best object of devotion. That's why you have to come here to find out. You can't just, you can't find out this object without being able to see it. How do you find something you can't see, or can't understand? It's impossible. You have to come where it's seen, where devotees are seeing that Lord, Otherwise, how can you see it? That's why they're blind people walking around saying we can see. Like that's religion, these religious teachers. They're walking around pretending they can see. But they're blind as bats. And their followers saying, oh yeah, Guru Dev and all that. But they can't see. The followers can't see because their guru can't see. See, when you come here, we show you Lord Caitanya and teach about the glories of this Lord. Show the glories of this Lord. How else can you know? Do you see why it's the real associates of Lord Caitanya are the door into his association? Yeah. So it's in the book, but most people still don't. They see but don't see, Yeah. So you need the living devotees to demonstrate this relationship to show, that the Lord does exist, otherwise, why would you guys come here every day? See? Yeah. See, these are the most esoteric truths about Lord Caitanya that are understood here. See, and they're only understood by devotees who worship the Lord on this platform, the platform of the book Bhagavat, in action. That's why they call it, there's a book Bhagavat and a devotee Bhagavat. The devotee Bhagavat shows you what those verses are like. Well, like Bhagavad Gita 10:10, we quote so much. Yeah. Shows you like all these verses. The verses I read there, that beautiful verse, when Lord Caitanya returns, it's like the water on the fields of grain. You see all the verses become manifest in the body of the devotee. Why? Because the book Bhagavat is Radha and Krishna. Okay? And if they're in the body of a devotee, truly, genuinely, when you get, especially when you're purified a little bit, you start to see that it's everything as the scriptures are in living life. That's why that's the best way to learn, from an experienced devotee, experiencing these verses. Then you start to understand where the real path is and what the real path is. And you won't be like that Philip, when Jesus said, well, Philip, you all know the way now. You've been with me for 3 years. You all know the way. And Philip still didn't figure it out. Where, Lord? Where's the way? Where's the way? I'm the way, you idiot. I'm the life. I'm the truth. Don't you see the manifestation of it in front of you? I'm the door. Oh, see, he was still a bit blind. Here, another 3 years for you, Philip. No, he got it. Finally got it. See, the devotee, you got it. They're the manifestation of the verse. See, by the action of the book Bhagavat and the devotee Bhagavat, love of God is transmitted. Pretty simple, huh? What, do you got to be a rocket scientist? What do you think? You got to be like Acharya Dev with all those degrees and good piano playing to understand this? No, all you have to do is come here, listen. Let your intelligence kick in, because Krishna will be pleased with it. He'll start giving you boons. Oh, let me give this fool intelligence. Let me give this fool some rays, man, some rays of this bhakti. Give him a taste. Let him wet his whistle for the first time. Let him find out what real life is. Get a little taste of real life. That's how you get out of here, man. Reality distinguished from illusion. Oh, well, that's what's religion over there. I don't need that anymore. I got the truth. What a concept, huh? Bhagavad Gita verse is telling you, but not telling you, right? Because it's waiting for you, waiting for the devotee to, the priests interpret the scriptures. They're supposed to, but not speculate, interpret. They just interpret the scriptures as they are, make them clear. That's a real priest's job. But how many do that? How many can do that? That means you have to be a self-realized soul. That it means you have to be one out of those thousands of self-realized souls who hardly one knows the real Lord, the Bhagavan level of realization. Got to be one of those. Okay? And if you're one of those, people get the highest boon. They get what you got, love of Krishna. And therefore they can ascertain these things. Like I listened to Lalita's class and she's seeing what I'm seeing, stuff that I see. See, why? Because of bhakti. Devotion awakens this special devotional intelligence to see what God sees. And you communicate what God sees in the world. Those are the seeds needed. See? That's God's seed. Best seed in the world. There's no GMO. That's for bozos. Genetically modified seeds of God are called speculation. Modified by material motivations. You need the real seed, the seed of the Lord. Not to grow a friggin' tree, man. That's still mundane, man. People get all these seeds, man. They have the downward birth, Oh yeah, born of father and mother, There you go again. Have a good time there, man, for 78 years or however long people live. Have a good time, man. Have a good and bad time, until you get see, we're here in this is the regeneration, the upward birth. See, this is where the baby is born. See, that's the esoteric truth of the birth of Krishna. What do you think? It's some stupid baby thing? Some baby that's born down there? No, born up here in the spirit. Otherwise it's like that's why we have these scriptures and demons don't change them. They think it's just a baby. It's sad, it's just sad. We don't need to change that much. It's just a story, right? See, they can't understand it. They got to be devotees, man. You got to get the mercy of a devotee. Okay? That's why you see how you deliver. You got to find that devotee where you fall down, just like the story she read this morning. It made her so ecstatic. It's a beautiful story. You look at Jagai and Madai. Especially, see, Jagai first got the mercy of Lord Caitanya, not directly. He got it because he helped, Jagai helped Nityananda, because Madai threw the pot, drew blood on Nityananda, right? And he was going to do it again. Finish him off, kill him, try to kill him with the next. And Jagai grabbed his hand. See? Because in the story, which is not in this, that's why you got to read a few of these Bhagavats to get the whole thing, In the story, Jagai said, no, come on, that's too much, man, don't do that anymore. And so anyway, the Lord at first was going to destroy them both. And then so Nityananda was thinking, maybe I could save at least one, because the Lord was going to, with the Sutta, he called Chakra, he was going to cut both their heads off, And he's like this, and Nityananda had this idea. Where does that come from? The Lord, of course, the good cop, bad cop, He says, well, let me save at least one. And he says, you can't destroy them both because Jagai helped me. He stopped Madai so you can't destroy them both. You got to save one. The deep plans of the Lord. He wanted to save them both, but he knew Madai was a hard case. And then all of a sudden the Lord was like, me angry, kind of like Gohari Das gets, but much worse. Ooh. And all of a sudden he changed. It's like, oh, you you help my Nitai? You saved Nitai? Oh my God. Oh, thank you so much. Oh, this is, forget it. All your sins are forgiven. And he went and right away embraced Jagai. And Jagai went into ecstasy and fell down. And so Madai's watching this, the hard case, thinking, well, you save him, but not, see, he didn't understand tattva. See, the Lord always wants people, just like here. You notice I really like conclusive truth. Well, the Lord even more so. He said, so Jagai said, hey, that's not fair. You save him. We were all, both sinners, Why don't you save this sinner too? And he says, well, I'm sorry. Your case is different, man. You drew blood from Nityananda. He didn't do it, and he saved Nityananda from your onslaught. So your case is much worse. I can't forgive you. No way. The Sudarshan's coming down to get you, man. I can't do it because you went against the devotee. I can't save you. See, this is why if you take the pastime with Murari, I'm sure, hopefully you remember some of this. Murari, the Lord said, if you chant 1,000,000 Krishnas and 1,000,000 dips in the Ganga, it will not purify an offender of Murari. And that's any ecstatic devotee. You will not get purified by that. In other words, the Lord can't help you. He is that Ganga. He is the name. You can chant his name. That's him, and he won't, and you'll feel dry because you're against the real devotee. Who knows these things? Well, the Lord, the book knows it. You need a living devotee. Because don't tell me, Acharya Dave or Radhanath, that you know this. Otherwise, you would be down here with your head on the ground and get this love of God. But you don't know this. This is the problem. Million dips because you're against devotees. That's why the Lord sends them. So Madai, Jagai, you helped. And Madai says, yeah, okay. Well, the only path for you, Madai, if you fall down at the feet of Nityananda and if he forgives you, then all will be well. See, he fell down at the feet of Nityananda. Because the devotees are the Lord's servitor Godhead. They come here to deliver you. If you have a repentance, a change of heart, right? And then you realize, wow, this is what a Lalita gets. She realized, the Gaur Das, my guru, came to save me. She really gets that. What happens? The Lord gets that she gets that, and she gets the result and teaches by example, goes in the door and becomes the shepherd of the sheep who want to go in the door. It's, you see, am I preaching anything that's not in there or just clarifying the whole situation? That's why the devotees come here. Not that they want people to offend them and so they can't get... No, they're already offensive, man. That's why they chant dryly. It's already there, man. The good luck for them is to come in. That's why I'm picking a fight, man, to show them make it more clear where they're at. Otherwise, they're like that. That's why you're a dry chanter. It doesn't matter. They're already offensive to pure devotees. They change Prabhupada's books automatically. They speculate. They lie. They cheat. They deceive. They allude that they can deliver people. That's very offensive. They're against the true path. They're against the real book. Therefore, you're against the devotee. That's why I have to pick a fight. Jesus had to pick a fight. We got to pick a fight to get something clear here so the world can know. Otherwise, the world doesn't know. Even here in the Sangha, people don't get clear, and they're not clear enough yet, many of them. See? You're already an offense, man. That's why you dry chant. The Lord can't help you. The devotees come and help you. Sometimes they have to get the blood drawn. You have to go against them. You have to fight with them, hit them on the head or something, crucify them, nail them to the cross to get it. With every lash, we are healed. That's how stupid we are in this world. Dum-dums. The Maya makes you very less intelligent. Can't understand these things. So you got to see, where is the deliverance? The deliverance is always the empowered devotee. They represent that Nityananda where the line started. They have the same ecstatic love that Nityananda has. And prove it. I mean, we're here to prove it. I'm not here to throw the rule, but let's keep you, occupied this whole life doing rules and regulations and varnashram dharma. That's the highest goal of life. Is it really? Is it really in the book? Is it really what Prabhupada said? No, he knew love of God was the highest goal. It's in his books. But what did he preach? For you, rules and regulations first. And build the temples and all of that stuff. You're still wannabes. You want to be guru. You're looking at my pockets. You're looking at my wealth. You're looking at all the followers. You're looking at all that. Still, how can you get this? Because you're not sincere. Build the temples, do all this, go out and be guru there and drive your disciples into more darkness. Pick up lots of karma, until you finish with that. And then come with, come, because here, they're not interested, still not interested, right? Millions of Vaishnavas not interested in love of Krishna that we preach and we demonstrate and we show the glories of what Lord Caitanya started. They're still not interested. Some are. So we'll deal with the some. Freddie says, in this Sangha, we get genetically modified back to our original divine genes. Yeah. When he rains on you, you start to cry ecstatic tears. Yeah. So Lalita, read text 2.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Guru Maharaj. Oh, glories.
I need some soft touch here.
Oh, glories to Lord Krishna Chaitanya. Oh, glories to Nityananda. Oh, glories to Advaita Chandra. And all glories to all the devotees of Lord Caitanya. When Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he departed to South India, King Prataparudna called Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya to his palace. When Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya met with the king offered him a seat with all respect, and he inquired about news of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
See, an example of the mercy is that. You see how he's a king, and Sarvabhauma is just just like a Brahmin, But even though he was a king, he realized the value of Sarvabhauma because he knew he was converted by Lord Caitanya, became more than a Brahmin. See, like he was like a Brahmin speculator, speculating on the Vedas and all that stuff. And then he was converted by Lord Caitanya, became a real devotee. And so the king offered all respect. All these verses are always showing the path. See? So these guys are all kings. See, it's just practical. This is the same thing. They're all kings until they come to the devotees here in this Sangha who are proving. Nobody else is proving. You can go in all the Vaishnava, they don't prove. I haven't seen one person that I would say proves that they're a devotee, proves that they really got the mercy, have the kahunas to actually demonstrate what is devotion and teach about it. Not just blah, 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 and speculate on what devotees are and be a no-show. No, actually have real bhakti and real teaching in congruent with that, with what they show and the depth of it. That I haven't seen anywhere. See, nowhere except here. We had to start this garden just like Lord Caitanya had to start. He knew he didn't see it anywhere. He had to start a garden of bhakti, real bhakti, true. See, but start small. You gotta maintain your water, like a garden. You got your garden in that where your house is, right? We got a garden here, we're watering it and things are growing here. Not just anything, not weeds. If weeds come, we kind of weed it out. Get the weeds out of here and get real bhakti growing here. See, so this is how you do it. See, and those who have high position or low position, whatever they do, if they offer respects to the devotee, see, he offered a seed. He said, and he's a king. See, you guys are kings out there. I'm trying to help. Is there any sincere guru out there? For God's sakes, is there even one? Is there one sincere Brahmin or sannyasi out there who can appreciate truth being shown and spoken? That's how rare this is. Hardly one. Let's see if we can get one. Yeah. Anybody coming here to give respect to the real devotees of the Lord here? They have real devotion, real teachings, clear teachings, intelligent teachings. Or you think, ooh, who is he? He's not wearing a dhoti even. Oh, you have your nose up, huh? Oh, I got so many followers. He got 18 people. I got thousands. Oh, I memorized. He only knows Bhagavad Gita 10:10. The most important verse in the Vedas. What is? It's like I went to Vrindavan, man. I was sitting over in the NBT there, this restaurant where they serve the nicest foods there, Oh, it's so good, very nice. Expensive too, for that over there, Anyway, it's worth it. You eat some good food, And there was a guy there, he was a Prabhupada disciple. And he was famous in Vrindavan there, because he was a Prabhupada disciple. And he was sitting next to me, and I was with a couple of people, and I just felt friendly, that, hey, how you doing, man? He looked at me. You're talking to me? I don't know you. Who are you? Oh, he said, oh, I'm sorry, man. Oh, Your Highness. I'm so sorry, Your Highness.
Unbelievable. Like the other time that they thought, who are you? Because are you parents or of a devotee? No, we are devotees ourselves. You were there with Janaki.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Remember that one sannyasi out there? And were you there with or was it just Janaki and me? We were there, and then a sannyasi comes by, and he's the knower of Chaitanya Charitamrita, and Janaki tried to share something, and he goes, I know you. You're just a woman, man. I'm sannyasi. I know all about Chaitanya Leela.
You're just a woman.
You wonder why Prabhupada just threw the rule book at him, gave him ceremonies. Most of them are still like that.
Oh, Ranga was with you guys. Ranga. Janaki says Ranga was with you.
Oh, yeah,
wasn't
Rhonda
there.
was there. Yeah, she remembers. Yeah.
You're not that body, but you're a woman and you're.
Yeah. It's Krishna's secret what's going on here, but you see, we're exposing it little by little. Yeah. This is where else are you going to get this kind of bhakti so easily and so quickly? And this is in the mood of Lord Caitanya. What you see here is what was preached. I mean, the same thing when at the disappearance of Lord Caitanya, the Goswamis were writing their books of the confidential things, like Prabhupada was writing his books in Bhakti Vinod, confidential things. Okay? Everybody's following rules, but they're writing and get together, privately. And then they said, okay, we got the books all written, all this confidence. Now we need preachers. See, they need to be preached by the action of the book Bhagavat. See, they got the book Bhagavat ready. Prabhupada got the book Bhagavat ready, you see? Same thing. Then the other ecstatic devotees are the preachers, like them. They're the right ecstatic writers, and then there's the ecstatic preachers, like Prabhupada's ecstatic writer, and he, got things going, temples, build on the framework. Okay, got that. And then the ecstatic preachers, but I'm not here to preach. I'm here to preach what's in the Goswami books, which is even in Prabhupada's books, the deep stuff, the Chaitanya Leela teaching. That's deep in there. Yeah. And so the preachers, Narottam, Srinivas, and Shamananda, went out and did what? Like what we're doing. They preached in ecstasy. And they showed it to the town. This Narayan Raj never preached. This the Radhakund Babaji's never, because they don't know this. How come Gohari knows this? And you can check it. You can look at this. You can see what I'm saying is you'll think, wow, why didn't I know that? Because you didn't have a person preaching it. Didn't have a person like the real ecstatic preachers that extract those books, the essence, and preach it and awaken the Holy Spirit of devotion. What do you think St. Paul did even with the Bible? What do you think Jesus did even with the Bible? And the Pharisees couldn't do it, like these Brahmins and sannyasis and gurus couldn't do it. Therefore, they don't get the result of ecstatic devotion. But we do, because it's the same extraction method because of Bhagavad Gita 10:10 worship. I'm preaching the revelations, and you can check it. It makes perfect sense now. But when Pharisees and Brahmins and sannyasis and these external gurus preach it with speculation, has no transformative effect. You stay mundane on the mundane. That's why you may get up to the rules and regulations platform in ISKCON and all these groups. Even if they go by the name Raganuga, you die a rule follower. Because you didn't get the conclusive extraction preached to you, the essence of truth, where it's all going. It's not going to Varnashram Dharma, it's still material. Look at Lord Caitanya. Am I saying something wrong? Lord Caitanya, Ramananda Roy, you tell me I can perfect my life with Varnashram Dharma? Tell me something deeper. I reject that. He says that. He said he rejected it. Prabhupada said he rejected it. He didn't say, but he wrote. He said, oh, you follow Varnashram Dharma. And Chaitanya Charitamrita, which I wrote, he translated, is postgraduate. At the proper time, you'll hear that. And you'll hear it's how contradictory. He preached that, and yet the verses contradictory say, who can resolve that? Only a real devotee on the platform of the real parampara, who has ecstatic devotion like the previous Acharya did. That's why these Acharya Devs can't do it. They can't get you above the rules because they're not real Acharyas. How dare you take that name? That's hypocrisy. If you don't have prema, you're no friggin' Acharya. Get that name down. Take it down. Mean. Am I a meanie? I'm so mean.
So mean.
So mean.
Transcendentally mean.
Take that name down, you fake. You imposter. Am I saying a lie, or is that just really the truth?
It's truth.
You feel it in there, like, I mean, think about it. I'm Acharya Dev, right? Acharya Dev Prabhupada said this. He says, well, these names like Acharya Dev or Prabhupada, that's only for self-realized soul, Prema Bhakti, devotion, the leader, the Acharya in the line is an Acharya Dev, right? Or you're just going to be ecclesiastic. You want to be like the Catholic, the Vatican, where we know what those are full of rats in the Vatican there, huh? Rats. You want to be like that, ecclesiastical? They got, oh yes, we're poopy popes, Well, yes, we can. You got to go through us to get to Jesus. And they're mundane inside, full of dead bones and all that stuff Jesus preached about. And Gohari also preaches. Lord Caitanya, this is, Chaitanya Lila, he analyzed by symptoms. I analyze by symptoms. Don't tell me, you can say all you want, I'm Acharya Dev and Piano Dev, and I'm going to deliver you, and I got the grace knowledge, and yeah, give me respect and honor and all that. I'm looking at what you really are and making my comments like Prabhupada did and more. He held back. Why? So I can be a top dog? I'm already top dog here, man. It's not, I'm not a wannabe. I just prove every day is top dog position. You're either top dog or you're not, right? You don't have to be a wannabe. You just want to be top dog, go Hari? No, we are top dog, aren't we? We're big dogs here, man. Gobbling up the prasadam every day. Of course, top dog. Nobody eats like us. Right? Especially Lalita. She's got a ravenous appetite. You ever see a dog very focused on their food? Yeah, that's our Sangha here. So we're not wannabe top dogs, we're just top dogs. It is what it is, as it is. Show me top dogs. Show me any Sangha where. Prove to us that you're top dogs. Prove to us that you're king in this world, king and queen. Prove to us that you're a true servant of the king and queen of this world, that you got their mercy and you represent their mercy. Show the king and queen is the love of Krishna manifest in this world, isn't it? Prove to us that you are a servant of the love of Krishna in this world, that pure love of Krishna. If you have that pure love of Krishna, you have the highest ecstatic emotions hardly ever seen in this world, and you will have the topmost essence of knowledge that's better than anything out there. So prove you're top dog and doggess. What do they call a dog? Top dog and doggy. The woman and male fan. I don't know, whatever that is. Queen and king in this world. You got to have a king and queen, right? Why is that in this world, the king and queen? Yeah. And what does Maya do? She imitates and gives you the demon king and queen. We all know the Queen of England there was a lizard. She even showed Putin. She showed Putin her lizard form. He commented on it. He said, I saw, she did a transformation. I saw, She was always visiting orphanages, like Oprah and others. I tell you, man, what's coming out now it's like a movie, man. You don't have to watch movies anymore. The whole world is like a movie, man. A horror movie is coming, Yeah. In Krishna Lila and Prahlad, when Prahlad was here with Hiranyakashipu, you see the demons came out. You notice? They came out into expression and caused the conflict. So usually the demoniac works like the snake does, very in the background. with Eve saying, oh, follow this word and all that. It's even in the background. But for the pastime, it comes out and causes the friction in the world. See? And that's what's coming now. That's why this is, you can see, if you see the signs of the times, you see the demoniac energy is coming out into the open, exposing itself, causing the friction. Okay? But not only that, that's when the pastime happening, because the only thing that can rectify this is the Lord's presence, his actual transcendental presence. It's the only thing that can put things back in balance. It's even in the movie Avatar. The friction was that, the good people were the indigenous people. They just wanted to live naturally, kind of like the, people, the vegans and the goodness people, save whales and stuff like that. They want to live a good natural life like this. And then the materialists came. They're the demoniacs, and they love to, conquer, divide, conquer, destroy things. It's right in the movie, the first Avatar. And in the end of the movie, the first one even, the demons were women. And so the only way, see, because the indigenous people, they're like good people. They're like the demigods. They prayed to their Lord. Their Lord was the tree, inside the all souls tree is like Vishnu. All souls go back into Vishnu that are, in this world. So all the souls go back into this tree. Matter of fact, the guy, I'm sure, took this from the Vedas. He probably consciously did that. So that tree represents where all souls go back. So they prayed to that tree. They prayed to Vishnu, in other words, who is the real Lord. And so Vishnu gave a path and a way and used somebody to set everything back in balance. And that basically kicked the demons away, put them back in the background. They didn't completely destroy them, because you can in this material world. They're part of it. The part of the destruction and the creation, destruction, and maintenance part. See, so they're part of that. See, so they put them back into check so that the world could go on and progress. It's all progressing to what's going on here, actually. Otherwise, it's really meaningless. Everybody's following meaningless paths. I mean, they have no meaning until they're related to God, to the true Lord. Everything, even people in Brahman level, their realization is that the world is empty and meaningless, but it's not. They just don't know that, because it seems to them in their level of realization the world is empty and meaningless. But actually, the world has meaning when it's connected to the truth, the full truth, the Bhagavan level of realization, understanding how this is all related. That's why devotees see the world full of joy, here. When the Lord is, you're connected with the God. Otherwise, it's empty and meaningless. It has no meaning. Okay? It's full of meaning. It shows you so many things, so many revelations. All realized souls see the world related to the Supreme Lord and how it's connected. That's their teaching. You notice how many analogies Prabhupada used, Jesus used, I use? Where's that come from? Self-realization. You can't do that unless you're starting to realize the connection between the Lord's Mahamaya and Yogamaya, and the disconnection between those who favor the Mahamaya, how they are blind. They're in blindness. They're in darkness. And you present Yogamaya here. You make a bridge for people. You see how important the living devotees are, and when you go against them, then it just brings out that your heart is hard. It's hard anyway. They're your ticket out of here. So if they start a little trouble and you start interacting with them, that's your best chance of getting purified. because you're dry anyway. These guys are all dry, these gurus and all that. Best thing I can do for them is pick a fight with them, get their attention over here, get them, like where they're looking here. If they don't, they just die with no chance. They'll take another birth and maybe inch along. It'll be a many lifetime thing before they basically get this kind of opportunity. But maybe somebody will, wake up. It's a pastime, for God's sake. What do you expect? We got to do something, man. We're acting. We're actors on the stage of the world now, showing what love of Krishna is, boldly, clearly, loudly, proclaimingly. Yeah. What did Jesus say? Hey, either love me or hate me, but don't be lukewarm, man. That's why he started trouble. I came here to start trouble, he said. Go all right, too. I came here to start a little trouble. Lord Caitanya gave the order. Prabhupada gave me the order. Start a little trouble. If you don't act a little more wild in this world, how are we going to promote what we came here to do? That's what Lord Caitanya said to Nityananda and Advaita. We came here to bring ecstatic devotion, to promote that, to teach that, to show how fantastic it is. If you don't manifest this, if you just stay like the super soul, what good is that? Why are you here? I got the super soul's in the heart of everything, just watching all the bullshit going on. Not doing much. Just maintain, you want to do more bullshit? Here, let me give you some air to breathe, some food to eat. He gives Bill Gates, to do his bullshit, and the Klaus Schwab, he gives them, you want to do bullshit? Okay, here you go. Here's some air to breathe. Here, you need money, we'll give you lots of it, whatever you want to promote. But actually, I got a plan behind your plan that they don't know. But Gohari knows. Why? Bhagavad Gita 10:10. Anybody want to be like that? What a great, man, I love it. We're like the best spies, the best intelligence, central intelligence agency. You think you guys are smart? Those guys, we're smarter, man. We got the transcendental central intelligence agency, man. The Lord he knows everything, and we're connected with there. Isn't that nice of Lolita? We're connected to the real transcendental central intelligence agency. See? And we're not misers like these guys. They're selfish, right? In the world, they send we want to control you and all that. We're connecting with the purified version, the eternal version of the central intelligence, and you taking that intelligence and giving it to the world. Yeah, we'll give you all these secrets, man, to deliver you out of illusion. That's why I tell you, what are you going to, either that or you're going to be under the thumb of the central intelligence agency of the world. You want to come under the purified version? Come over here, hang out here, watch our videos, man. We'll give you that intelligence that comes from who's the central intelligence? Where does all this stuff come from down here in this murky place, full of mud and darkness and muddy waters? Comes from the purified version. See, isn't that the highest truth, the central intelligence? You want to be connected with that? Very pure version, man. Or you like the dirty one. You like them, looking up your a-hole and everything, and trying to track and trace your material body, and you're all worried about that. What is this? Track and trace it by, so what, man? See, people are, they're going to track and trace my body. The Lord is track and tracing everything anyway. We were, yeah. The only thing he's lost sight of is you, the real you, because it's not existing. That's why he doesn't exist for you. You don't know him. He doesn't know you. What did Jesus say? Only the Father knows the Son, and the Son knows the Father. And the true Son can reveal the true nature of the Father to whom he chooses. Ooh. Lord don't recognize you, Acharya Dave. You got any bhakti? You're not recognized. Therefore, you don't recognize him. He doesn't recognize you. And therefore, your disciples are as blind as you. Same thing, all of you guys. I haven't seen one that shows symptoms of recognizing the true Lord. Not your speculative version. Prove it. Prove that I'm offensive. I'll fall down at your feet. If you're a prema bhakti, no problem. If you're not, I have to point out the truth for your benefit and the benefit of your blind followers. Who's going to do it? Who has the power? Who has the authority? Only the Central Intelligence Agency, our version. And you don't believe this word? You think it's offensive and everything? Well, go out there and follow, go be fenced in over there. We don't have any fences here, man. We tear them down. We don't need any fence. We don't need to be fenced in like horses. That's what you are in the Maya, man. All the way up into religion. You're like a fenced in horse. It can't get out. You can't free. You're not free. See? All those fences we take down here for the benefit of the world. Why? Because we also have our fence. Our fence is open pastures, man. Love of Krishna gives you freedom. You can't be free of that. If you are, then you're back in this. Choose, my dear friends, wisely. Come here, we'll get you some wisdom also. You want life? We got life, man. Got lots of it, man. Every day, more life. You want ecstasy? Well, we got that, man. You want true happiness, otherworldly happiness that's not of this world, the peace that's not of this world, and even better than that. What did Jesus say? His message was, I have the peace that is not of this world. He didn't even say, as far as we see, in his books, he didn't say, I have the ecstasy that's not of this world. So people are still, they say, I want peace, I want peace. They come to Jesus for peace. Yeah, of course, this world, you meditating on the world makes you very disturbed. You meditate on liberated souls. You meditate on Krishna and Lord Caitanya and his devotees. How can you not be peaceful? When you have the feeling, my friends, when you have relation. We give relation. We give awakening. This is the most valuable place for that. This is where you get immortality. You guys, you awakened ones out there know what I'm talking about, because before you were more or less blind. Even with Prabhupada's books, you didn't see like you see now. See, because you have relation now. You have awakening now. See? That's all. I don't need some paper degree on the wall to show that what I'm here for. We just show what we do. We just do the job, man. All they got is paper degrees, doties, rubber stamps from their groups, but no action, man, no deed of deliverance. We do the deed of deliverance, shows the hand of God. Anybody interested in where God's work is really going on? The hand, where's the hand? You think the hand of God is some physical thing? No, it's a spiritual thing. Where is ecstatic love awakening in this world? That's where the hand of God is. That's where the anointing is. The power of the Lord is. Ask the question, is it here or not? Is it there? Is it with a piano Dave there, or Acharya Dave, whatever you want to call him? Does he have the hand of God on his guruship, on him being Acharya, head of the disciplic line? Is it there or not? This is a simple question. You tell me, is Radhanath have the symptoms of prema bhakti to deliver you into Vrindavan? Or is he just giving you a bunch of rules and everything, and you're giving him a bunch of money so he can, be where he is in their beautiful apartments? All these guys have great apartments and mansions. Is that real Krishna consciousness? Oh, it's fine to have a mansion, but where's the bhakti? Are you, are you a real spiritual master, representative of Vrindavan, or what are we doing Hare Krishna movement for? Is it just a religion, or is it a truth, a place, an existence, a consciousness, an ecstasy, a true intelligence that lasts forever? Is it the Bhagavad Gita in you? And all these books, are you manifestations of that? See, these are questions that are answered here. They're asked and answered here, but nowhere else that I've seen. People are afraid. They're afraid of authority. That's why they go around in religion. Oh, they give respect to people that are not really respectable yet. Not really. Hypocrisy, the Lord doesn't respect hypocrisy. Why should we? Why should you give respect? Why do you want to promote? Why do you want to empower? They call enabling. Psychologists even tell you don't enable people that are like what do you call? They're not right in their heads. Why enable them? Why are you enabling gurus who are not really gurus? You're giving them power to destroy themselves and you. You only do it because you're afraid. You're under their authority. I'm under the authority of something greater. The truth. That's why I kicked that ladder of religion away. I don't need it. I'm in the truth. I'm here to help people kick the ladder of religion away and take shelter of the love of Krishna, the love of God, the truth. Yeah, what a concept, huh? Nice. Anybody want to be free in the truth? But you got to be free in the truth, not in illusion. There's nowhere else. You're either in the freedom in the truth, or free or slavery in the illusion, and you can't get out alone. It's a partnership. You got to have a partnership. Even in the world, they teach this. In crypto, it's the same thing. Everybody's looking. Is the coin valuable? They look, intelligence, material. They look on the internet. Google it. What partnerships does this coin have? Because the power is in the partnership. See? If no partners, there's no power in the coin. It can't act alone. It needs partners. Who's teaching this? Who has the eyes to see this? Relationship to what is the teaching ultimately? This is training wheels here. You learn by being a materialist. Oh, I need a partner because I got no energy. I can't do it alone. Yeah, of course you can. We're not built like that. Now, who's ready for this? You ready to have God as your partner, man? Radha and Krishna is your partner? You ready to be a maidservant? Truly, genuinely? Because without them, your coin, your existence is useless. At least to the Lord, maybe to you and your fake friends and your bogus guru friends and all that. Your existence is useless in truth until you partner with the Lord. That means you need the real devotee, man. And you don't fall down at the feet of the real empowered devotee. You're not convinced like this. You stay weak. You stay unenlightened. You stay in illusion. Doesn't matter how many millions of followers in illusion you have. I already know this one guru had millions of followers. They believed in him. It was inconclusive. he got his energy. Yeah, he would take his disciples in the room, and he got a lot of sexual energy, man, and would take all their money. Even one lady, comes, and she's kind of getting like, she said, yeah, that's my Gurudev. I said, oh yeah, I don't say because she couldn't take it. But that's what the kind of people, they're bewildered by these people. Of course, she take all her things and everything. Yeah, of course, they can't save you even on that level. Because it's part of the Maya, like that Sadhu for Tom. The guy's part of that, part of the WEF, and say, hey, yeah, we want to get rid of you. Yeah, you think I'm a guru because I speak nice and all that stuff, and all, I speak all these things all about how to have good marriages and all that stuff, all mundane things, really. Yeah, but actually, we want to get rid of you, man. Too many people here. Part of that group. See, hypocrisy, all in name. See, he wears the robes and a nice beard, and long, and look the part. See, they all look the part. But still materially engrossed. You can't get out of it. There's only one way, the real devotees, man. There's only one way. Do you see why Jesus said the narrow gate? Why? Because he knew. Do you see why Prabhupada said, without a real spiritual master, you can't make any advancement spiritually. You may in your mind think you're making advancement and you're growing and all that, but you're really not, because you're growing in speculation, and that's a weed, man. See, it's a weed. You got to grow spirit. You got to be awakened. You got to learn the real thing. This is very specific. This is like brain surgery, heart surgery. Got to need a surgeon to do this. But you know what? To get this brain surgery and heart surgery, they go to people. They call them quacks. That's your gurus out there. They're quacks. They're not real doctors, for God's sake. Not on this level. They don't have the medicine. They're like big pharma. That's why you see abandon all varieties of religion, because it's just part of that. It's part of, you go to big pharma to get healed, and they put a little poison in there or stuff, addictive stuff in there, because everything is full of material motive. And when they get the real thing, they patent it and put it on a shelf because they don't want anybody to use it because you can't make any money off of it. That's religion, man. Got to make money off God, right? That's why it gets perverted. They get the word of God and they want to change it immediately because make it fit in their material motive. Jesus is the only way. Here in 2020, right? 2023. Jesus is the only way. Where did that come from? It came from your editors, you idiots. You believe in the editors. You don't see their motive was, yeah, let's make everybody have to believe in Jesus because we can make money off that. They'll give us donations. You don't see that. I see that, but you don't see that because you're under the whammy, man, under illusion. That's why you see always the need the living guru to help. Allah is the only way, all that stuff, man. That's religion. That's why you see narrow-minded sectarianism. That's for very beginners who can't tell the difference between who is it. See, this is the same problem. That's why most Vaishnavas are still in religion, because they can't tell the difference between a realized soul and one who isn't. Therefore, they go with the unrealized soul. The whole world is like this, all the way up through religion until you get to this plateau here. We're up like the eagles, who are on the high top, seeing all these things going around. Everything. Even the crypto world, like I told you, the Bitcoin thing, I found the real Bitcoin, and they're promoting the fake one. That's even in this world now. All, you know why? All because of material motives. Because they can't make if they do the real one, then the ones who are lusty after power, see, they really want control and power and everything, they'll lose it, because this is more for the people than for everybody, even them, but they don't, they want, it's this demoniac thing wanting to imitate God. They do that, and so they become servants of that energy. See, it's an imitation. The same thing with the guru. They become lusty to be guru. They want to, take over that thing. They want to be guru, means basically you want to imitate God. Because God and guru, they're pretty much like two peas in a pod. See, you don't really want to be a servant of the Lord. You want to be the Lord. You want to be guru. You want to be served, right? You don't want to serve. You want to be the overlord. Even so it's like, translate in this world, wanting to be God in the Mayavadi aspect is wanting to be guru. You want to be the overlord like God. See, you want to be guru. The guru has is the highest position in this universe, is to be a bona fide spiritual master. But the world doesn't know it. Or the world sort of it's starting to know that, but then they get the fake instead. They can't tell the difference between fool's gold and real gold. See, the fool's gold is really shiny, isn't it? You ever seen fool's gold? Shine, oh, bright. Oh, it must be real, right? But it's worthless. And then real gold, there's dirt around it, usually, but it's pure, but you can't tell, it's kind of yellowy type thing, but it's the most valuable substance. See, even in the world, that's guru. The same thing. You got the flashy fool's gold, oh, they flash, oh, they dress nice, and maybe they speak, like flowers and everything, but it's fake. It doesn't do anything. There's no transformation, no spiritual transformation, no awakening. See? But they come here, you got the real gold, which looks like, look at everybody. We get everybody, that's not really sincere to look at the dirt. They look, oh, he cussed, oh, he did this, oh, he did this, oh, he had a girlfriend, he had this. See, we get them, those insincere, and look at the dirt. They can't see the gold because they're looking. They have material motives. See? But the gold is here. How do you know the gold is here? Because it's valuable. How do you know? Because it transforms others. The flashy stuff doesn't. All of the world is always teaching the same thing. It's a reflection of spirit, like that movie with Harrison Ford. Harrison Ford, the Holy Grail, you could say. See, that's the material version, the Holy Grail. There you got bodily immortality and stuff. See, all bodily stuff. Here we got spiritual bodily immortality, the real thing, right? So the Holy Grail, there was a whole bunch of cups on the thing, and to overcome death, you had to get the right grail, the right cup with the real liquid. So Harrison Ford, and then there was a priest there. See, one of these bogus Pharisee type priests with all kinds of material motives and really demoniac inside. They always the same bullshit, man. So he was there, and Harrison Ford there, the hero, right? He's always the good guy. Yeah, they had to choose. What do we drink? Which one? And so the guy that was into opulence and all that, the Pharisee type, he saw, oh, it's got to be this one. It was a cup with all these jewels around it and everything. He grabbed that. And Harrison looked, and then his intuition said, grab this cup. It looked like it was just an earthy cup, ordinary. And he just grabbed that, and the other guy drank that. The other guy turned into like dead bones and all this, and then Harrison Ford became, I forgot what happened, but anyway, he got the life. That's why the Lord comes. You see, came as a carpenter. An empowered devotee came as a carpenter. And the Pharisees, who is he? He's not even a learned guy, and all this and stuff. And he saved the fishermen. The fishermen came and oh, hey, man, we got no hope. The Pharisees, what do we need you for? This is the same thing with these gurus. What do we need? Where our motive is, we want to be bigger, better, and more. We want opulence. We're looking at Prabhupada's pockets. We want to be Guru Dev. We want to be lots of followers and all. We want that Ras. It's material. What do we need that? See, so the Lord brings a carpenter. The same thing, Lord Caitanya did the same thing. He came in many low-class persons. Vasudev Dat, whose desire was to save the whole universe, was just an ordinary person. He wasn't even a Brahmin. Manikitam Ramdas was the most fallen person in the world, but he paid that obeisance to Nityananda and was raised to the highest platform. Look at the devotees doing that here. Oh, do we have a rerun? Or am I just speculating? Or just is this some grandiose thing? Or do we have an actual situation like that? People coming here and paying obeisances from their heart to this preaching and this ecstasy. Are they also getting, is this so bona fide that it'll blow your mind? Is this so as it is, as it was, and as it is again, revived and nowhere? Is anybody out there in Vaidhi land, in ISKCON, or any of these other groups where they don't have the actual touchstone effect? That when the real gold is there, it makes more gold? All I see out there is fool's gold, flashy stuff that doesn't do anything. Flashy doties, flashy rubber stamps from big organizations that have lots of buildings and temples, and you think, well, they must be bona fide. What do we have? We have huge temples. You want to see a huge temple? You got one right there, man. Lalita Ganga, there. That's a huge temple, man. That's bigger than the Mayapur temple, and nobody knows it. How much? Do you see any bhakti like that in anywhere manifest in Mayapur? Did you find any bhakti there like that? How about in the crying school? There must have been a lot of crying. That's the world, man. You're being scammed, for God's sakes, man. It's all a big scam here, man. I even had my dreams of the crypto thing. Hey, I had to go through it, man. I thought I had the real coin, and I find out I got the fake. But I found out in time when luckily it doubled. So, the fake doubled. Okay, well, fine. Okay, then the Lord said, okay, and now I'll give you the realization. And see, the Lord helps me in every way, man. He let it double, and then I says, okay, now here's the real one, Okay, great, man. See, I tell you, my Lord is fantastic, man. He helps you in every way. What do we got here? Ranga was with us. Oh, really? Hare Krishna. This is Bhakti Tom Simphone. What? Hare Krishna. This is Bhakti Tom at Simphone. Sim's phone. Okay. Fernando. Okay. Actually, it's prohibited by law in ISKCON being called Acharya or use titles like Acharya Dev, but he continues being called like that by his friends, so he enjoys it. Yeah. Well, yeah, see, yeah, he enjoys it. It's Ross, man. Yeah. See, he enjoys it. That's the key. See, the false ego enjoys things like that. That's why they do it. You believe all that stuff, this humble pie stuff? No, they enjoy being guru. They enjoy having. It's a ras, man. It's the demigods are. They also enjoy the worship, being worshipped and being praised. Who wouldn't jump at that in this world? See? See, the only way out of that is you have to enjoy something higher, something more pure. See, I don't enjoy being an acharya, even though that's appropriate. I don't enjoy that. It's like, you can give, like if I tried it, man, like give me a wealth object. And that's when the acharya thing, it's a wealth object, okay? Give me a gold or silver. I tried it, because I got once some silver, Janaki knows, I got some. I said, okay, let me see if I can get any juice from this. And I felt it, and I thought, God, man, the Lord spoiled me, man. I couldn't get any friggin' juice from it. See, why? Because I've been spoiled, man. I get juice from the name of God, his pastimes and all that. And it's the same thing, the title Acharya. Where can I get any juice from that? Can I get any? I can't do it. It's good for you guys because if you recognize the truth here, you get delivered. You get ecstasy. I'm happy for you. Fantastic. But I can't enjoy that. The Lord, has spoiled me. I got a better enjoyment, which I'm here to preach. And if you call, a spade, that you say, oh, Gaur, this and this and this, I really believe, I really love your preaching. It's all to your benefit. It's fantastic for you. But I got to have my food is not that. That's these gurus' food. Well, man, wow, so many followers. Whoa, I'm going to try a day. Do you have prema? No, but I have worship. See, that's false. It's true for a time, and then it disappears because it's not a real foundation of truth. See? Oh, Lord, you came today. Oh, wow, it's so wonderful to be with you. In ecstasies and relish in all these realizations and this understanding and all that. All this. See, that's reality for devotees. That's the higher taste. See? And all you do is just go deeper into that, and it gets more enjoyable and more enjoyable and more relishable, and it's unlimited bliss. Otherwise, it's the snake out there hissing. Do you want unlimited bliss, or you want the snake, limited happiness of the world? Happiness and distress. You see, it's always the S's. Distress, happiness, bliss of bhakti. See, bliss, eternal bliss. I love these words. It's becoming like Lord Caitanya when he says, God, everything I see in the words, all the words mean Krishna, all manifesting Krishna's glories. It's true, huh? I always wonder, I used to wonder, like, what does he mean by everything is saying? Yeah. See, but as you progress in this. This shows you, you start to be like your father, like son. And you start to represent your Father in this world. Truly. That's how people get to know the Father, through the Son. Right? Didn't Jesus teach that? When you see me, you see the Father. I am the way, the truth, and the life. You see, the Son in this world. They're the light. See, sun, light, everything is about Krishna. I can't get away from that guy. Everywhere I look, he's blocking my way. I'm trying to find some other path. I can't do it anymore. I'm rambling like a madman today. So, actually, ISKCON has been. Oh, yeah. What else we got here? Oh, we got a lot of people comments here. look at all the comments on Catching Live. Oh, Shama Sundari, welcome there. Thank you for coming. I've seen flowers thrown at Bhavananda to feed Africa for a month. Yeah. Well, you know, they can't help it. You know, it's just, it's a temptation. See, this is even I went in this church. I showed you the church and did a video of the church. It had a really sad, poor Jesus, man. Every picture was so sad. Jesus was really miserable, man. Poor guy. They put him on a cross. Deanna Jones. Yeah.
He looked like a scarecrow.
Poor guy. Let's see. Beautiful truths, beautiful voice, beautiful sight, beautiful upliftment. After the nectar jab here. Yeah, you need a nectar jab. When you want jabs, come here. We'll jab you a little bit. Impossible to forget to hide from that guy. Well, we got to have some fun. We got to make it interesting. How else can we keep you around for 2 hours? Yeah. Okay, what else? Read another verse.
Good. Where was I? Oh, yeah. The king said to Bhattacharya, I've heard that a great personality has come to Bengal and is staying at your home. I've also heard that he is very, very merciful. I've also heard that this great personality has shown you great favor. At any rate, this is what I hear from
Read
many
that again.
different
Read
people.
that again. That was really great.
I have also heard that this great personality has shown you great favor.
See, look at that. Look at that. See, I have heard. You got hearing. You got to hear from devotees, the witnesses. Yeah. See, and Maharaj Putra is showing he's got the intelligence. See, he's saying, oh, I've heard that there's a great personality here because I have heard that he's shown you great favor. Therefore, I know this guy is real, for real. I'm telling you, you Vaishnavas, if you analyze things properly, everything becomes clear. You got to be. Has anybody got intelligence like that? Have you heard from any of our witnesses? God, we have all these testimonies, all these things. And can you analyze intelligently? Most people can't. You need some help. That's why the devotees are here, because they analyze intelligently, and you can use their intelligence to kick your own intelligence in. So you can analyze like the realized soul did. You see, that was in the book, right? Because that was at living time, at some time. Now you got to become like that. You got to look, okay, who has the real mercy of Lord Caitanya? Oh, Sarvabhauma. Oh, what does that look like? Well, Sarvabhauma, he came from a speculating Brahmin sannyasi type, Pharisee type, and became a devotee with the symptoms of crying, laughing, choking up, relishing devotional mellows on the highest level. By contact with a truly great personality, the door to that. And Maharaj Pratapuruja is asking, yeah, I heard he showed you great favor, this kind of favor. Now, can I get an interview? Because you're the door. You went in the door. Now you're the shepherd. I want to go in you're the shepherd of the sheep now. Can you give me an interview with that personality? Okay? That is the path. That's why Maharaj Pratapuruja ultimately got the mercy of Lord Caitanya, because he approached the proper way. He heard where the real devotee got the real mercy, and he was interested. He was Raganuga. He wanted that. He also wanted to worship. He wanted that favor that Sarvabhauma got. That's why he treated him with respect. Hey, anybody got ears out there? That's all you have to do here. That's the teaching. That's why you see I put a word to it, a verbalizing what's actually there. Make it alive, living. You got to hear that so you can act like that. You need the programming of the truth. Otherwise, TV's out there telling you a vision of bullshit, a bullshit vision putting you in fear and anxiety and a mask on you and some poison inside your arms. It's telling you a vision. That's my Lord's Mahamaya. He wants to get you out. Come here. Listen to this voice box, man. Let me tell you a vision of the absolute truth that's right in there. So when this goes in, you can act like a devotee and get the friggin' mercy, for God's sake, especially yours. Get the point? You see the laser pointer here? Are you focused? Are you attentive? Am I saying that verse as it is? Is this make it so clear that like, wow, man, that's truly in there? But until you hear it said, you never have thought of this. I never thought of this until now either, because I'm also listening here. Isn't it amazing? I love how the Lord works like this. I never seen what I just told you in that verse, but man, it just appeared out of nothing, nothing. Behind the scenes help, man. See, my Lord is the central intelligence agency. He knows all these things, and he informs me because he's my buddy. He's my bud. He's my bro. I appreciate those things. Right, Lalita? We like this kind of stuff. This is our stuff. This is our food. And this is helpful for others to hear because then it shows you the real way. God, you can analyze that verse according to what you see here, man. You can go and look at Lalita. I just say, when you become like that and say, hey, Lalita, man, I heard there's a great personality around here because, my God, that person showed you great favor. Look at all that favor you got, man. Even who's it comments on that? What's his name? Where is he? Forgot his name. I'll remember more he comes. Let's see. What's that guy's name? He might have disappeared by now. Here it is. Lokaji, yeah. Lokaji. See, he says, hey, man, I see that great favor she got. Yeah, I heard you got some great favor, man. See, you got to become like that. See, and one interview where that favor came from. There you go. Now you know the path. See, the devotee, the Lord uses them to teach the real path so that people can follow it. You got to come there. Hey, get programmed with the truth, man. Hey, don't think you're going to get no programming. You got to get programmed. That's why the Srimad Bhagavatam is here. It's for the right programming that leads to immortal life. You need that programming. That's why you need to hear attentively, like you go and watch the TV attentively, right? It captures you. You know, yeah, go get your little shot, man. Put your mask on. You should be afraid. Respect, obey, Fauci. Well, Biden is beautiful. See, you want that kind of programming? dumb stuff? Or you want this programming, yeah. Hey, man, the devotees are the door, man. Hey, this ecstatic devotion is the true path, man. Ooh, that is the greatest place to be, is around ecstatic devotees and chanting. You want this kind of program because this stuff is true and is liberating. It'll free you forever. You got to be programmed. You just got to get with the right programming. God's programming. Bhagavatam's programming. Am I telling you a speculation, or I'm just telling you like it is? So that you can be free like me and Lalita and Johans and Janakis and who else is out there? So many. Govindas. And our dearly departed River. In spite of her sassiness, doesn't matter, man. She's free. Believe me, she's happy now. I could feel it. Go ahead, read another verse, man. That was a good one, man. That was like ice cream, chocolate.
He's great, this Prataparudra, because he was not a religious man, so he recognized this whole thing. He was just curious. He has the desire. I heard that. I want to have that as well. It was not, that's not possible. You've got to do this. No.
Yeah.
It's a funny.
Yeah. Well, he was actually he was religious because he was like in Jagannath Puri, and he was always attentive to the worship of the deity there. So he's actually a very pious king. But it doesn't matter. I mean, the bottom, actually, that's more to his glories, because usually those guys are really puffed up. They're just like, you become a king or a guru, a spiritual master, usually you'll get really puffed up and you'll get into the kingdom later, you know. That's why Jesus said, you'll come in later. The whores will come in because they listen to me. They believe in my word. Mary Magdalene is the example of that. See? And so, it's interesting. Mary Magdalene wasn't, where did she go after Jesus left? All of a sudden, she just dropped off, and it was only the men preaching.
She went to France, huh? She preached in France.
I don't know, I mean, there's no...
I have to search for,
Yeah, okay, well, maybe, yeah. But you don't hear any mention of her in the Bible, do you, after that?
No, not at all, but they have found her scriptures. She wrote as well.
Okay, well, you see, but still
she was a woman, huh?
She's a woman. Kind of like here in a Sangha, we watch, maybe the ecstatic women will be, and the men will take over. I wonder if it'll be like that.
No.
Not on our watch, huh? But women are going to have equal footing.
Not this one.
This time. You're not in this one. We're not going to let that one happen.
I have my guru behind me.
That's right. Okay, read on. Read something.
The Bhattacharya replied, all that you have heard is true, but as far as an interview is concerned, it is very difficult to arrange. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is in the renounced order and is very much detached from worldly affairs. He stays in solitary places and even in dreams. He doesn't grant interviews to a king. Still, I would have tried to arrange your interview, but he has recently left to tour South India. I suddenly think about this woman thing, Guru Maharaj. Srila Prabhupada gave a place to women again. Mm-hmm. He gave.
Yeah, he started to. Yeah,
he started to do that. Yeah. It was in my.
Yeah. He started to, and then when he disappears, it kind of. Yeah. Anyway, it's just the Vaidhi level. It's always going to be some problems there. Yeah.
The king asked, why has he left Jagannath Puri? Great saints go to holy places of pilgrimage in order to purify them. For that reason, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is visiting many tirthas and delivering many conditioned souls. Saints of your caliber are themselves places of pilgrimage because of their purity. They are constant companions of the Lord, and therefore they can purify even the places of pilgrimage.
Yeah, that's what people don't understand, the power of ecstatic devotees, ecstatic worship. It's the most powerful. Why be satisfied with anything else? Yeah, it purifies places of pilgrimage. That's the kind of worship here in the Sangha, is this kind of worship in ecstasy, which is more purifies the place of pilgrimage where there's no real ecstasy. The atmosphere in a holy place can stimulate ecstasy in advanced devotees. Yeah, but who's like that? Most people are neophytes their whole life, and they get the rays of it. They get this Brahman energy coming from it, and they feel good there. I mean, you've seen, a lot of people feel good in the holy dham, unless you're really offensive.
I felt good as well.
Yeah, you feel you feel good there and happy there, and it facilitates and if you're actually a real devotee of Radha and Krishna or Lord Caitanya, you can feel the special happiness of doing bhajan there. Yeah, it's just really nice. I just was surprised, actually, how it is. It's surprising. But if you're not at that place, you only will just get the rays. You actually have to meet the devotees. That's why you see Bhakti Siddhanta, and Prabhupada said those, especially Bhakti Siddhanta, he said, if you just go, and Narottam also, that's where Bhakti Siddhanta got it. If you just go to a holy place just to take a bath and dump your sins there and stuff like that, it's less intelligent. You should go to a holy place to hear from a holy person, a whole person, an intimate associate of God, of Krishna. Yeah, and that's because this is where you really get purified. It purifies even on another level. So that's the teaching of Krishna. Krishna says, "Saints of your caliber." That was Akura. He said that to Akura. Akura. Saints of your caliber are virtual birthplace of pilgrimage. Why? Because he had spontaneous love of Krishna. Let me shut this off here.
You've got to go to the devotee first. Later you can go to holy dham.
Yeah. And then you get purified 100 times more faster. That's why the devotees come here. Otherwise, why not just keep the dhams? The dhams actually become holy because of the devotees. Their energy there stays there.
Yeah.
It purifies. And so, it becomes, powerful like that. It's like they call power centers. They have these places like Sedona and stuff like that, but this is even more. That's not really spiritual yet. That's kind of new agey celestial stuff. It's something, but it's not like going to Vrindavan. I know I've been to these power spots, and they're okay. There's something there, but it's not like Vrindavan, especially Mayapur.
It's logic if the devotee is more powerful, and if the holy dham is powerful because of the devotee, then you better go to the devotee first.
Yeah, but people don't understand that. That's why you see Vaidhi is taught as a means to help you get there. Because if you can't realize the devotee, because only really the devotee can preach to you like this when they're ready to, when there's room for this preaching. Obviously, there is room somewhere out there because people are coming. Even now, 21 people. This is increasing. See, because so you're not. If you can't hear, there's no room for this conclusive, confidential word, Chaitanya Leela preaching. If there's no room for that, what's your alternative? Okay, follow the Vaidhi. Go and the gurus. You go to get your trip even I did. I got my trip to Vrindavan and Mayapur. You get your trip there, and so gradually getting purified till ultimately you'll understand the essence of the truth is the actual devotee and hearing from them. So when people are ready, they will come here or anywhere else. There is a real situation like this, which is pretty rare right now as far as I've seen. Who's preaching so vigorously, so confidentially, boldly? Ecstatically, publicly. Who? To the point people are like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Yeah. Well, let a few of these people out there are ready for this, because otherwise there's no place. When I came to Krishna consciousness, I didn't know it. I was just looking, I just got Krishna. Wow, this is great, man. Chanting, immediately ecstatic. I love the books to the point of ecstasy. But there is no place like this to cultivate. I didn't need the rule thing. They couldn't even get me to go to the Mangal Artik. I was too ravishing Krishna Prabhupada's books in ecstasy. And I was the first one up in the morning. And the temple commanders had to go around in ISKCON to wake people up. They didn't want to get up from Mangal Artik. I got up to read Prabhupada's books in ecstasy. And then they said, you got to go to Mangal. No, I'm not. This ritualistic thing is not attractive to me. I got the essence of truth, man, and I was ready for it. I had love already awakened with Jesus in 10 years back. This is what I was waiting for, this kind of truth. Let me gobble it up. And they were trying to get me, they almost kicked me out of the temple. I don't want to let go. Like a dog gets its food, you don't want to interrupt.
I was not very humble, Prabhu.
Yeah, it's not very. I remember the temple commander. He came to me. He became a guru, and I was in Vrindavan, and I was also a guru. And he thought, this is interesting. He didn't believe what I was doing, but he thought, he was a nice guy. We had a nice relationship. But he had false ego. And he said, you remember the time I almost threw you out of the temple because you wouldn't come to Mangal Artik? I said, yeah, I remember. I was too busy reading Prabhupada's books. That to me was more important. And he was a guru then. I just had a couple, I think 3 or 4 disciples, and I was in Vrindavan. He was in Vrindavan. He was the guru, very sincere devotee, very sincere. He gave his whole life for Krishna, but still he wasn't, he just followed the program. They said, well, we make gurus. This is what we do. And he jumped at it. And he died, but he went into a coma first, which is a lot of times they try to wonder, they say in Vaishnavism, Yamaraj is trying to figure out what to do with you. Your life is on the line. It's kind of like, they're trying to figure out what you're doing before, are you going to go down? Are you going to go up? Because you get a lot of karma from taking disciples. Can you burn it? That's the problem. Even though you're sincere, you got to ultimately become conclusive. You come here, you become conclusive. So you're saved from ignorance. It doesn't matter you're sincerely ignorant. You're ignorant. It's like you break the law. You go. There's a light, red light. You stop. You're supposed to stop, right? And you don't stop. And you don't know that. And you cross the red light, and the police comes after you and says, "Oh, I'm sorry. We got to throw you in jail or whatever. Give you a ticket." But officer, I didn't know that I was supposed to stop at a red light. I didn't know that I wasn't supposed to become a spiritual master and be worshipped until I got prema. I didn't know. Well, didn't you read the law book? Prabhupada's law books for the next 10,000 years? Yeah, I read them, but I didn't see that. Well, did you listen to a self-realized soul? No, I actually threw one out of my temple. I wanted to. See, ignorance of the law is no excuse. You can't do it. That's why the Lord sends him. Sends the realized soul. If you come here, you're going to get programmed. You're going to get programmed with the real Bhagavatam, the real Gita, and it's probably the first time you've ever heard the real Bhagavatam, even though you may have heard it 40 years. You may have sang that song for 40 years, and now you'll understand the song. The song is about where that guru is. From them ecstatic prema emanates, and by their word all my ignorance is destroyed. Boy, I'm glad I'm in this apartment. Nobody is next door. And there's a big wall over there. Yeah, you see? That's why. Otherwise you're going to sing another 40 years and not understand. You want to do that? You want to continue? You're under the tutelage of these gurus, right? They don't free you. They're like dictators, man. They're disempowering you. You know what empowerment is? You come here in 2 days, I'll teach you what the song means. That's empowerment. Knowledge, true knowledge, transcendental knowledge. Then you know, from their word, my ignorance is destroyed. Only go to a prema bhakti to be delivered. Who has prema and can prove it. By them ecstatic prema emanates. I come and I see ecstatic prema emanating from him, not only him, even from his disciples, many of them. In 2 days we can get you over that ignorance, and 40 years under Acharya Dev and Radhanath, you still don't understand that song you sing every day. How come he has no power to give you that power to understand? Or ecstatic love. What kind of guru is that now when this is available? That's all I'm preaching. If this isn't available, you'll never hear this preaching. You'll just hear that preaching. Well, when this preaching is available, you hear this preaching. You preach, I preach. Right? They're preaching that stuff. And I'm preaching our stuff. Which stuff is better? Which is more in line, which gives you more revelation and realization and ideas and happiness and ecstasy. Yeah. Smart, huh? Confirmed. See, that was River. She enters the machine. Like that movie Lucy. She attained this higher consciousness with putting all these green things in her, gave her this higher consciousness, and she entered into the computer. Also, the Johnny Depp movie, it's called Confirmed Again. Hey, River. Thank you for making your presence known. Called Transcendence. See, that movie, the name even, is all about transcending, going to a higher consciousness. And man, this is high consciousness. Transcendence. See, that's where you get the most intelligence. See, the guy transcended into the computer. He became very intelligent, like AI. See? But that's not organic. It's still mundane. He could fix bodies and do things like that. All material body. Like the demons, they're really into the body thing. Oh yeah, let's combine organic with inorganic and make clones that last for 1,000 years or something. They can't outdo the Lord. They can make that kind of stuff last 100 years or 200 years or something, maybe. But my Lord, he makes you last forever. That's better, isn't it? Better deal? Isn't that more real? Isn't it? You see, the demons are always trying to imitate God, try to do it better. Never works out. Okay, Lalita, give us a word now. I'm going to wind this down.
Well, I have been introduced to you by Freddie, by a witness, actually. He didn't say what, he didn't explain anything because I got the link from Lalita Madhava. But then I met you, and I'm so, so, so grateful seeing that your bhakti and immediately feeling, oh, I want to follow this person. I want to be there. You introduce us to Krishna, like Prataparuddha Maharaj asks to Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, introduce me to the Lord. You do that for us. That's, yeah, it's great when you recognize somebody who's doing that, and when it keeps on this contact with the Lord, when the Lord allows this interview, and when this contact becomes closer and closer, and when your bhakti is growing, when you follow this whole process where you didn't know anything about it. The only thing I regret is that for years I didn't know what you were saying because of language. I was sitting there enjoying your presence. But, like Lalita Madhava is still sitting there translating word for word what did you say, and I was still having problems, but I'm great. I'm happy that I understand you now much more, much more. But still, I read Chaitanya Charitamrita 3 times live without understanding one word, crying in ecstasy, without understanding it because it doesn't exist in my language with those little books. Still, it's Krishna. I have been introduced to the Lord. I have been embraced by the Lord just by being there. It's such a great part. It's
Yeah,
not
you see,
so,
you're people here. You're the first fruits of this. You're
yeah.
like so, like you see, you can see. Not every see. That's why even the disciples have to be sent that are like that. They're ready for this, because you see somebody who's got the mercy of Lord Chaitanya. See, you got it. So you're like Mars Purja and say, well, see, the Lord has given you mercy. And so you get that darshan, you get that interview, even though you don't see the Lord per se, physically, but you get it inside. That's how it works now, because he's unmanifest, but not. He can manifest in your heart. This shows you that same empowerment of Lord Chaitanya is here again for this mission to awaken now that interview. So now, see, you got the interview of the Lord. So working the same way, it's just we do it by mantra, and you can see that that I got that mercy of Lord Chaitanya. You can see it. Nobody else can see it. Well, not nobody, but many others, most others cannot see it. See, so you help them. See, now, so like you were ready to do that. Just like, when Jesus came, John the Baptist had to come too, because nobody could recognize Jesus. They needed help. It's like my disciple, like you and others who are first fruits. You
Yeah,
can help
witnessing
others
is
too.
very important. Yeah.
Yeah,
Of
witnesses.
course.
Otherwise, this would not work. It's teamwork. And the Lord has set all this up here, and many people are being delivered already, and many more will be, because this is a very important mission. Otherwise, it's not complete. Who's going to complete this? Right now, it can be complete because we got all ducks in a row. We got Prabhupada's order, got Krishna's order, we got the ecstatic devotion. I had that before they came. And because of that, the Lord's going to appear. Remember, Madhavinda Puri, ecstatic devotion, chanting in ecstasy, and Krishna comes and said, because of your ecstatic devotion, now I'm going to appear in the world and deliver it. Well, the same ducks are in the row, the same parampara, the real parampara is here and active in ecstatic teaching. Prabhupada Bhaktisiddhanta Bhaktivinoda got all this ready for this preaching here, nowhere else that I've seen. Because what is everybody doing? I don't care. You can say Raganuga and all that stuff and speculate all you want. What are you doing, man? What are you doing? What are you promoting? Ecstatic devotion. What are you transmitting? Rules, regulations, and Varnashram Dharma, all in the name of Raganuga. Crying schools, no tears. See, what you see is congruent to the preaching, to the word, see, to the ecstasy. The love of Krishna is here manifest. See, this completes it, finishes the worship. Otherwise, it's not finished. You know, you're not whole yet. What do you mean holiness? Where's his holiness or her holiness? You know, you can call Lalita her holiness, and because you see holiness. Can I call Acharyadev his holiness? Where do you see the holiness in Lalita that you see in Acharyadev? I don't see it. She's become a saint because God, Radha and Krishna are living inside her. But where's the saintliness of him? What? Just going around like this and cutting funny jokes and being nice philosopher? Where do you see the holiness? You see it in her. Did you see it in Sridhar? Oh, nice philosophy and all that stuff. Where's the ecstasy? Where's the proof that Radha and Krishna are living inside him? Or anybody, any of these guys. At least Prabhupada you could see. You know, you've seen some of that ecstasy, and then and you can see in his realization, not just philosophical. It's practical. It does stuff like this here. You hear practical teaching. Take everything in the world and make it relatable. Make a bridge out of it. You know how you make bridges? You take the materials of the world and you build a bridge, and people can walk on that bridge and cross over the river, right? Well, there's a big river of Maya, man. I'm taking a lot of materials because of the empowerment of the true Lord and building a bridge so that people can walk over into the kingdom of God easily and safely. Lord Caitanya is considered the safe bridge of religion, true religion. The safe bridge to the spiritual world. And if you have a real associate, they're also that way. They come on that behalf, make a safe bridge. Very safe here. Don't you want safety? You want the bullshit safety that Fauci wants to give you? Or Biden, we want to keep you safe. You believe that bullshit still? Well, you won't come here if you do. You want real safety? Truth is your safety. Jesus taught that. I teach that. Safety is the truth of ecstatic worship, love of God, true holiness manifest in this world. And that gives safety to others who believe your word, your programming, which is programming of the true Lord. And people can check it and see they're not blind believers. We don't want any blind. We want your eyes open. See where you're walking into this thing. We have knowledge here, truth here, ecstasy here. You're walking into a trap there in the world. They're programming you with the TV to destroy you. The demons, they kill, they maim, they destroy, they weaken. And if you believe the Lord's Maya, that's his Maha Maya, that's your prison, that's your death. Here's your life. What did Jesus say? I have life, I can give it to you abundantly. Is that true here? Ask the question. Do you have life here? Do you get life here? You come here and feel that life, taste that life, relish that life? You getting an abundance of it? Does it blast in those rules out of your life where you're just ruled by the love of Krishna and you're free in that love? You're intelligent in that love? She's the only one who knows Krishna. Does that arise in you every day, that love? If you got the real mercy, it will arise in you. More and more and more forever. See, that's why the Lord comes as carpenters, as simpletons, as nobodies. Wants to show, hey man, I choose not. What do you think the meaning of the gopis glorifying the flute? So they saw that flute. Well, what is this flute? It's not even perfectly made. It's full of knots and all this stuff. But Krishna likes his flute. He uses his flute. He plays a song through this flute. We're just listening to the song. We believe in the song, not how the flute is made, or that it's not got a nice jewels around it and all that. It's just this knotted thing, but Krishna likes it. It's his friend, his best friend. They kiss. And those lips were supposed to be just for the gopis. The flutes, they think, is more mercy on that flute, because they're kissing. The lips on the flute and the Krishna, and the beautiful song comes. Who's kissed by the Lord? That's what you should be looking for. Who's kisser? Who's the best kisser in the world? One who kisses Krishna. It becomes the flute of Krishna. What else there, Lalita?
Shamsundari asks, is that preaching eternal? Will be this game going on for eternity, even after destruction of material world? Being separated from God and coming back is kind of a game. I don't hear you. I don't hear you.
So you answer that, Lalita.
Well, this preaching is eternal, of course. These words are eternal. Krishna is eternal. Radha is eternal. This will never die. We are eternal. We are Satchitananda, just like the Lord.
You know, proof of that is Narada Muni. He see, confirmed again, Narada Muni. See, I like this thing. Confirms my words. It's River in there. I know she's in there, man, doing this. No, see, Narada Muni is proof of that. If you read the Bhagavatam, he was enlightened by the sage. He was hearing and chanting with the sages. And he got very purified from the modes of nature, rolled off, and he became attracted to the holy name. He did for a whole life chanting. But he was alone. He didn't have Sadhu Sangha. But he was alone chanting because he was purified by hearing Hari Katha from the sages. What happened? When he passed from the body, did he stop chanting? No, he came chanting, went around. He had a transcendental body where he could appear, disappear. Now, just like Jesus, the same thing. He can appear or disappear. They all can do this. And then he's always chanting and preaching bhakti, Bhagavat Bhakti, teaching the essence of truth, and forever, because it's the only thing that stays ever fresh and interesting. I mean, that's my experience. I mean, I'm still preaching every day. How come I'm not bored? Why don't I get bored of you guys? Why don't I get bored of listening my own self? Why am I not bored of chanting Hare Krishna? There must be something special in that name and these pastimes. I find it thrilling. I find it safety in that. I find happy. I find everything in that. That's why this Sadhu Sangha is the highest platform of devotional service, what we're doing here. If you're not attracted to it, well, you're on a lesser platform. You know, that they're not really hearing Hari Katha from speculating gurus yet. They see, when you hear here, it frees you from those gurus. So they don't have the power to free you from themselves. They don't have the power to free themselves. They cannot purify themselves or anybody else unless they got prema bhakti. So, you know, if there's one of you like that, which I don't think there is, you can prove me wrong, show us, but I don't think there is. It's a very rare thing right now. There's more ecstatic devotees in this Sangha than in all of ISKCON. And they have millions, as far as I can see. As again, prove me wrong. Bring a few over here. Show us the signs that they chant in with prema, with the highest goal of life attained. So let's see. So this is a forever thing. Lokanath Ji said the Maha Mantra is known as not from this world, it's from the spiritual world. Yeah, you know why? because it represents something spiritual, somebody spiritual. Krishna's name is eternal because he's eternal. He came and revealed that name. Radha's name is eternal because they came from the spiritual world and revealed it to us. Otherwise, we don't know. It's called revelation. They came physically to reveal it. And their pastimes are eternal because what they do here, they do in the spiritual world. Because you see, this is a reflection of that. So they can just come here and do what they do there, here, in the reflection. But it's spiritual because they're doing it. Not us mundaners doing it bodily. They're doing it, they're using everything here, for their pastimes, their transcendental pastimes. That's why we're so lucky. And then Lord Caitanya came here and made it easier. You want a piece of the real? Oh. Oh. I'm just catching up here. Mahamurti, yes, that's why I'm eagerly coming to Lalita Ganga, Bhakti Tams, Govinda Das, finally Srila Gaurahari Das, Avaduta Maharaj first before going to the Holy Dham. Yeah. Hopefully you all will assist a poor and lusty souls like me. I'm glad I had Lalita as a neighbor, otherwise I wouldn't be here right now. Yeah, you see, this is you guys see how important you are, for this preaching when you realize that more. Preaching is eternal, conclusive truth is eternal. That's right. See, we got a head start on it. This is preparation for actually meeting Krishna, and you'll see the same thing will go on there because it's going on here by mantra. He's in the unseen, but he's here, right? He appears in our hearts. So when you pass from the body, you got qualified by being here. Otherwise, you've got no qualification. Vaidhi is not a qualification to worship Krishna Vrindavan. No, you have to have that intimate Lord awaken in you. See, and then you have relation. See, you got to be born of the word. You have to have that word, that conclusive word of Vrindavan. And that love is born in you because that's the love of Vrindavan, Radha's love for Krishna. See, that gives you relation. Now you're a relative. Just like in the world, right? Don't you bond with people, families, and everybody outside the family, like people that have other families and their siblings die, right? Ooh, and if you're not bonded to them, you'll think you'll probably be sympathetic like this. I'm really sorry for your loss. I could see you're really feeling. Personally, honestly, I don't feel like that because I'm not bonded to your family. It's nuclear. That's the way it is in the world. Divide and conquer. That's Maya does that. That's how the demons got that. They got it from Maya. She tells them their secrets. She divides everybody. Yeah, go ahead, Lalita.
But the eternal associates, they receive the same blood as the Lord. You have this divine blood,
like blood
the
brother.
spiritual blood, that spirit that flows through your veins. We all have that same spirit flowing through our veins.
Yeah, that's that love, is that spirit, that intoxicating bhakti. And it makes the Lord very attractive. And the Lord's very attractive to that bhakti. See, now you're in the family. This is what we do here. And otherwise you're not, you got to come and be like you're an orphan out there. I don't care, guru, follower, it doesn't matter. If you're not in this family, if you're not feeling this relation, if you're not manifesting the symptoms of this relation, see, you're not part of the family. It doesn't matter how much you speculate you are. on Prabhupada's real truths and all that. No, no. You got to meet a relative and hear from them, get purified. Very quickly, you become part of the family. Look how many people become part of this family quickly. So I'm curious if separation from God will always be there. It will be there there will be always souls who are separated. Yeah. Well, in the ultimate revelation beyond this Brahman oneness illusion, still an illusion, not really fully true. There'll always be simultaneous oneness and difference. That's Lord Caitanya brought that realization, and we're bringing it, reviving that again. Yeah, there'll always be simultaneous oneness and difference. Otherwise, how can expressions of love manifest? There has to be the lover and the beloved. You know, it's called yoga maya. Otherwise, see, that is this oneness thing is a lesser realization. The deeper realization is simultaneous oneness and difference, the lover and the beloved. Even though in truth it's all the Lord, but still eternally it's like that. It's always been like that. From the beginning, there's been no beginning. It's always been the lover and the beloved. That's the spiritual world. But who that beloved is, if it's not the true Lord, the transcendental Lord, is going to be Maya. Your true beloved is the untrue one, the one that doesn't last. I love my money. That's the Lord in that form. I love my wife. That's the Lord in that form. And you'll probably get a woman's birth in your name. If you really love her a lot and wholly and solely, you'll be thinking of her, and whappo, you become a woman in your next life, probably. So it's what your beloved is in this world, you know. So here you get the opportunity to develop this. You want to read what David Beeman says there? Let's have a little laugh here.
With pleasure, Guru Maharaj.
Since you're attracted to Lalita's lipstick, we're going to have her read to you through her lipstick. You want to put it a little more thick on there so he can see it well. He also likes your cleavage, you know.
He also likes my tulsi that I don't wear.
Oh yeah, the Tulsi doesn't wear. Okay, go ahead. We're just having some fun with you, David. Don't.
It was long ago.
We really like you. Go ahead.
It was long ago and far away. I was a guru then. I was conclusive, a great Acharya Dev. I had my stuff and I knew my stuff. But you forgot everything. I saw the movie. I took the pill. I had the phone. But where is the Maha? Hurry! I went to the beach. I went to the mountain. And then she appeared. The great Lalita, this is not true, man. The great Lalita. She had a wild dress, glistering earrings, red lips, and a bob haircut. Oh my God. Hey, Gurudev, you want to laugh and cry? Hari, she said, you want to dance? Do you know the Raganuga? Yeah, I can do the Raganuga. Sure, let's dance. Yeah, we can dance. Yeah, we can dance. I got my fancy pants. My new song, Hari. Oh, it's fantastic. Such an inspiration. Thank you, David.
What is he? What's he getting at there? What's his point? What's your point there, David?
I have no idea, Guru Maharaj. Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Didn't have enough impact there.
Very boring, Shama.
I didn't want to say it. I let you say it there, Shama Sundari. But that's kind of what I was.
It's getting more and more and more boring. Come with something new, David, please.
Well, he has to empty all that stuff out first. Then Krishna will give him the new life, the new wine. See, confirmed there, David. That's River, the phone. She knows. Yeah. Okay, so why don't we take a little break here? Let's play the song.
Bluetooth connected.
Okay.
He would go out at sunrise, chanting, dancing to his name. Haribo, Haribo. He would wake up everyone, rise and rejoice to the name. Haribo, Haribo. Mukunda Madhava, Govinda Hari. Haribo, Haribo. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he has come to taste and give away the sweetness of his brain. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, all you have to do is take to the sweet chanting Hari's name. Haribo, Haribo. Every day the sun will rise, and every day the sun will set. Haribo, Haribo. What's the value of your life if devotion you don't get? Haribo, Haribo. Take the name into your heart, take it with you when you part. Haribo, Haribo. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he has come to taste and give away the sweetness of his brain. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu,